Geraldo, today at 3 on KTVX Channel 4.
This is the plaintiff, William McKinley Harris. He claims that while he was homeless last year, he asked one of the defendants, Lyle Black, to care for Bonnie, his Doberman Pinscher. His friend then left the dog in the care of the Medianos, the other defendants, who now won't return his beloved pet. He's suing for $2,000 for his dog. These are the defendants, Luis and Norma Mediano. They say that in the year since the plaintiff abandoned his dog, they've literally brought her back to life and helped birth her puppies, so they consider Bonnie their dog. This is defendant number 2, Lyle Black. He states that the plaintiff asked him to watch his dog for 3 days, but that, of course, turned into a year. They're accused of failing to return a dog to its owner. What you are witnessing is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in a California municipal court. Both parties have agreed to dismiss their court cases and have their dispute settled here in our forum, the People's Court.
Hi, I'm Doug Llewellyn, and welcome to the People's Court. This is the case of old Bring Back My Bonnie to Me. Now, the plaintiff claims that the moment his luck changed, he went to retrieve his dog, but the defendants refused to turn her over. The defendants maintain that the plaintiff only came to see Bonnie twice in the past year, and they truly feel that he gave up the rights to his dog. So let's watch as these dog lovers discuss their dispute with Judge Wapner.
I know that each of you has been sworn. I have read your complaint, sir.
Your Honor,
wait a minute. You claim that the defendants owe you $2,000 for a Doberman Pinscher you left with them?
and punitive damages, yes, sir.
How did Mr. Black happen to get your Doberman Pinscher?
Mr. Black and I have been friends for quite a while, and I took my dog over there when I became homeless. He told me it'd be all right if he stayed there. He stayed at the date.
When did you first give him the dog?
It was in the around August of '88.
August of '88.
I think of '88, yes.
Okay. What did you discuss at that time?
Well, we talked about him holding it for me. I didn't have any place to stay.
Holding it for you for how long?
I mentioned to him 3 or 4 days. He said, well, look, Duke, you don't have any place to stay right now. Leave the dog here. He said, when you get situated, he said, you come back and get her.
Okay, did you ever get situated?
Yes, I did.
When?
It's been about 8, 9 months later.
8, 9 months later?
Yes.
At that time, did you go back and ask for the dog?
I went there long before then. I went and I met Miss Mariano, who's a neighbor next door. He introduced me to her as the owner of Bonnie. And I stated to her, I said, well, I can't pick her up right now.
Who introduced you to the Medianos?
I don't know the lady's name next door to her. It was right next door to her. And she introduced me to
When did the Medianos get the dog?
I don't know when they got it. They got it on
When did
October
you get
5th.
the dogs?
We got it on December 1988.
Did you get it from Mr. Black?
Yes, sir.
Did you know that at the time you got it from Mr. Black that it belonged to Mr. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you know what their arrangement was?
No, Your Honor.
Did you ask?
Yes.
What were you told?
That the owner of Bonnie was going to come back and get it. And
Were you told when he was going to come back and get it?
as soon as we settle in the house.
As soon as you settled in the house?
Yes, we moved in completely, sir.
Mr. Harris is going to come back and get the dog as soon as you moved in the house?
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
May I explain that, Your Honor?
Yes.
At the time Mr. Harris brought the dog by, the house was vacant. My father lived there and he passed away. Nobody was living in the house. I had not at that particular time rented the house out. He stated he was staying in a motel and that they were going to put him out. If he
Mr.
could
Harris,
not
that's
keep the
not
dog.
true, Your Honor.
Wait.
They were going to put him out. He had a 3-day voucher. And they were going to put him out if he did not get rid of the dog or he could not have the dog stay there. He brought the dog by the house and says, may I leave the dog 3 days? I say, nobody is staying in the house. The dog can stay in the backyard on the stipulations that he was going to come by, clean up after the dog, feed the dog.
What did you tell Mr. Mediano about the dog?
If he wanted, would it be all right for the dog to stay there? At first, he did not want the dog. And I said, Mr. McKinley will come by and probably talk to you about the dog.
Which I did.
And that is where I left.
That's what I did, Your Honor. I talked to
When did you
the
come
lady.
by and talk to him about the dog?
I came by and talked to her around December, about the third week in December
Of what year?
of 88.
And what did you talk about?
I told her, I said, if you just take care of my dog until I can kind of get things straightened out and let me know how much you would want for keeping the dog, that I would be more than happy to reciprocate with the money. I went there 3 or 4 times.
What did she say?
She said, okay, I would be willing to buy the dog from you first, you know. So I went by, say, maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, and she took me in her bedroom, and she showed me a picture of another Doberman that said some canine kennel or something. And she said that she would like to mate the dog. I said, well, don't mate my dog. I don't want my dog mated. I have a dog in Fresno that I found, a very large Doberman, that I wanted my dog to be mated to. So please do not mate my dog.
When did you first decide you wanted the dog back?
I wanted the dog all along. I had been going by there. I have papers here stating that from Caltrans people, my daughter, when we went by to pick her up to take her home and pay them for the money for keeping the dog, that I would pick her up and take her. But I wanted the dog all along. I never wanted to leave the dog. I
know you wanted the dog. When did you first tell either of the Medianos that you were...
I talked only to her. I only talked to him once.
When did you first tell her, sir, that you wanted to take the
December.
dog?
In December. I told her that...
I didn't even finish the question. When did you first tell her that you wanted to take the dog back?
I told her in December that I wanted
December
to
of what?
December of 88.
That's when they first got the dog.
I told her I wanted to get the dog. I didn't want them to keep the dog.
When did you tell her you wanted to take it?
Okay, that was in around July 4th.
Did he ask for the dog on July 4th, ma'am?
Yes.
What did you tell him?
I said he never come to bring a food to Bunny, and he come only 3 or 4 times after the years we have Bunny. We have Bunny for almost 14 months, and he comes only 4 or 5 times.
That's not true, Your Honor.
How many times did you come?
I came about 8, 10 times. I came on my bike the best way I could. I walked. I had people bring me by. I have statements from people that came by with me. I have statements from my daughter that she came back with me to pick up the dog one day, and she started crying and said, oh, please don't take Bonnie. And, you know, I just felt bad. I said, well, just hold on to it for another few days and let me know a price for the dog.
When was that?
This was around September. We came back again.
What was it? What's the value of that dog?
$500.
How do you get to that figure?
I bought him.
You bought him for $500?
I bought 2. I paid $1,000 for $500 apiece for him.
$500 each?
Yes.
Okay. They taken care of the dog for 14 months.
They took very good care of her. Very expensive.
Wait, what's that? What's that worth?
I don't know what the price is. I don't know what all they put into it.
Well, what would it cost you to take care of the dog for 14 months?
Well, my ways of doing it and their ways of doing it may be different. I don't know, Your Honor.
What did it cost you to take care of the dog for 14 months?
Your Honor, the total is $2,400, sir.
Who has the right of ownership, the plaintiff or defendant? Judge Wapner hears more after this.
We at Gadgets in 1990 want to sell a lot of TVs and save you a lot of money. We have a great buy on an RCA X20 161EB 20-inch remote for only $249. We have a great buy on a 26-inch X260 21EB for only $379. And we have an incredible buy on a 27 GT 650 27-inch deluxe remote for only $499.
Register now to win an RCA CC285 camcorder at Gadgets.
I saw myself on this videotape at my son's birthday. And I go, who is this fat girl? I just said right then, I've got to do something. Jenny Craig was different. It didn't have any gimmicks. It's one set price. There wasn't any adding. It was honest. This was the truth. And I checked every place. I lost 95 pounds. Ta-da!
Now you can. Lose all the weight you want for only a $99 service fee. Call 1-800-76-JENNY.
Save 25 to 65% off at Levitt's spectacular end-of-the-month sale. Levitt's is cleaning house of dropped and discontinued items and special buys.
For example, only $59.99 buys this solid wood 30-inch leather seat and back bar stool.
And that's just one of the hundreds of bargains you'll find at 25 to 65% off during Levitt's end-of-the-month sale. Going on now.
You'll love it at Levitt's.
For years now, we've tried to inform you about your rights as an accident victim. The sad truth is, sometimes accident victims never recover. Sometimes people lose their lives because of someone else's negligence. We can't take away the pain of the loss of a loved one, but we can help a family financially. Family members are victims too, and we'll do all we can to help you.
Robert DeBry helps people who've been injured in an accident. Call 262-8915.
After spending $2,400 on Bonnie, the defendant feels she belongs to him.
How do you get to that?
I have the food bills and I have the medical bills.
Let me see. What kind of medical bills?
From the vet, sir.
No, but what were they for? What was wrong with the dog?
From vaccinations, and she was sick.
She already had vaccination and she was not sick, Your Honor.
How do you know she wasn't sick?
She was not sick, but I had seen her. I'd been by there. I had played with her. I saw him outside his house one day watering the lawn, and she and I played. I have another defendant that works for Caltrans with me. He took me by there. I have his statement here also.
Was the dog sick? Were you taking care of the dog yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
What'd you do for the dog?
We made the life better for
Only
Bonnie.
because I was
in what way, sir?
The way she was before, outside in the cold, and we took care of the dog.
I was outside in the cold, Your Honor. We both were. My dog would not be in that shape had I not gone homeless like I was. These people did me a very good service. I appreciate it for that. I tried to pay them for that. They could not come to a decision as to how much money they wanted, and the time just went on and on and on and on. That's how come it got to the money they say that it got to.
Can I say something, please?
This food total you've got here, $24.87, is that for a week? Is that for a week?
Yes, Your Honor.
Food for a week for the dog?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you want to say, ma'am? The year he left the bunny in the house, she lived in not conditions for the dog. She lives outside with December. That December, there was very cold. There was ice in the grass. Nobody give you a food. He never bring food to Bunny. He no put fresh water to her, nothing.
Your Honor, she
Did he come by on July 4th, though, and ask for the dog, July 4th?
After 5 months.
Huh?
After 5 months, we...
6 months?
Yes, uh-huh.
How many times did he come after that?
5 or 4 times in the 14 months.
What did he do when he was there?
One time he come in a bicycle. He can take Bunny on the bicycle. Only one time he come in a car. And he said, how's Bunny? She's okay. Can I see her? I said, oh, yeah, come in. And he said, hi, Bunny, hey. And that's it. And he don't bring no kind of food or nothing for her.
Your Honor, she told me not to even worry about that, that they wanted the dog. They did not want to accept the money. My witness here was verified of that.
Yeah.
Several times I went by there and I tried to get my dog. I said, hey, look, tell me how much you want for keeping my dog. She would never get to the point of that. I said, well, speak with your husband and ask him.
She said she just kept saying that we don't want your money, we want the dog.
Is that right, ma'am?
No.
Were you willing to give up the dog if I find that he's entitled to the dog?
Now I want Bunny. I want to keep Bunny because
right. That's
I'm
the way it
love
was
with
at
her.
first.
I care with her, so many times.
That's the way it was the first time I met her.
You took care of her so many times?
Yes, I care with her and I love with her. Now I don't want
I know
Bunny.
you must love her. What did you do caring for her?
I loved her for 4 years, Your Honor.
What did you do in caring for her, particular?
I take her to the bed. I give you milk every day, food, fresh food.
And she made it against my will.
You keep interrupting, sir.
But she's not doing this right, Your Honor. She's prevaricating on this. They're asking her, they're doing everything, yeah. They're doing everything against...
How do you know she's prevaricating?
Because I feel that she is. That's all I can go by.
Okay.
May
is this lady with you?
Yes.
Yes, I was.
Were you related to the plaintiff?
No, I'm just a friend.
You're a friend. What are you here to tell me?
Well, I'm here to tell you that when I went with him, when he went to go pick up the dog...
When was that?
That was July.
No, you tell me. Don't ask him.
That was in July. Yeah, that was around July. I took him over there to pick up the dog, and that's when she says, no, you cannot have Bonnie. I want the dog, you're not taking care of her, and we don't want your money. And she told me to stay out of it.
Yeah. She only comes one time with him, and I have a witness. He lives next door.
Let me hear from this witness. He has not been sworn. All right, swear him in.
Would you raise your right hand and be sworn, sir? Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you may give in the cause now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Would you step up to the microphone, sir?
What's your name, sir?
John St. Julian.
Where do you live?
Next door. Same house, but it's duplex, you might call it.
Next door to the Medianos?
Right.
All right, what do you want to tell me, sir?
I have fed the dog when no one was there to feed the dog.
The Medianos ask you to do that?
Beg pardon?
Did the Medianos ask you to feed the dog?
They wasn't there yet.
Oh, but it's before December of '88.
I did, and when they was there, they took over. Half of the time, it was a couple of times, I said. The man come cut the lawn, there's too much dog wasted, boom, you know. So she had to clean it before the lawn bed was cut.
Okay. Take a short recess. I'll come back and give you my decision.
Well, how do you think Judge Wapner will decide this dispute? Will he find in favor of the plaintiff, or will it be the defendants? We'll return to find out in just a moment.
This way to get rid of corns is dangerous, but Dr. Scholl's corn removers are clinically proven safe and effective. Within 5 applications, the painful corn will be replaced with new, softer skin. We guarantee it. Dr. Scholl's corn removers.
Betty Crocker says, quote, only 100% Idaho russet potatoes, real cheddar cheese, and a very special taste. Say au gratin potatoes from Betty Crocker and say something special.
What in this world can you get for $49.99? At America's Best, new patients get contact lenses or 2 pair of eyeglasses for $49.99, including the eye exam. America's Best contacts and eyeglasses. Daily wear soft contacts or 2 pair of eyeglasses, $49.99, including the eye exam. Offer ends Saturday.
Oh, you're so good. I could eat you with a spoon.
Introducing Hershey's Chocolate Bar Flavor Puddings. The flavors you love now come in smooth, creamy puddings.
You're so good. I could eat you with a spoon. One more time. I could eat you with a spoon.
It's so easy to rent to own. Rent to own by...
Attention! Attention! Utah's largest and fastest growing rent-to-own company, Grand opens its new Ogden store. All stores celebrate with stereos, VCRs, and TVs, $4.99. Washer or dryer, $6.99. And furniture, too. It's a fantastic grand opening of our brand new Ogden store.
Pick up your phone and call Easy Rent to Own now.
Call 532-2002.
Remain seated and come to order. This court is again in session.
An issue was raised with respect to some puppies. Were some puppies born?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many?
3, sir.
3?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where are the puppies now? You have the puppies?
No, Your Honor.
What'd you do with them?
We gave them away.
Gave them away?
Yes, Your Honor.
They weren't worth anything?
No, Your Honor, because we don't have any papers from the mother.
I see. You don't know what the value of them was still 0?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have any different feeling about the value of puppies without papers?
Yes, I feel like they're worth $500, and I do have papers, the papers that I showed you.
You have papers?
Yeah, the receipts on it. That's it. The other papers, Steve didn't give me the pedigree papers. I hadn't received those yet. I was moving around, he couldn't catch me. I feel like the puppies are worth as much as the dog was.
Your Honor, the father of the dogs is AKC Doberman, and in order to sell the puppies in $500 or more, we need the papers of the AKC Doberman female. They're not worth anything without papers.
I want to just repeat one thing about this dog. Normally, in small claims court in California, the judge has the power to order you to return the dog. Because basically what I'm doing here is an arbitration in accordance with small claims court rules, if I order you to turn the dog back and you don't follow my order, I have no way to enforce it. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I'm just putting it to you straight. Legally, the plaintiff is entitled to this dog. Legally. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, I can't, as I say, I can't order you to return the dog, but in equity calls for you to return the dog. I'm just going to ask you if you're willing. I know you're not willing. You don't want to return the dog. You and your wife love the dog.
Yes, Your Honor.
But are you willing to return the dog under those circumstances I've told you? Will you do it?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. It's an honest answer. The plaintiff has proven that the dog belongs to him. He's entitled to have the dog. He has to get written notice to take the dog back, come and get it, and if he doesn't, then you're entitled to keep it. You didn't send him any written notice to do that. He's entitled to the dog. He owns it. Mr. Black here cannot pass title to the dog. He was the one who just said, gave it to you, Mr. Medina, to hold with apparently Mr. Harris's permission. So Mr. Black is out of this. No judgment can be held against Mr. Black. The plaintiff has proven $500 is the value of the Doberman. There's no value of the puppy's been established. My judgment is for plaintiff for $500.
Doug Llewellyn talks to the litigants about Judge Wapner's decision right after these messages.
Low self-esteem and high hopes.
He was going to make me beautiful, and I couldn't wait.
Dangerous in the wrong hands.
I was one of about 200 people that he had damaged.
How dreams of being beautiful
From a 32A-, I went to a 32D, and I was horrified.
can turn into ugly nightmares.
He looked at my leg and he says, "Oh, I just took out too much fat."
Plastic surgery horror stories on the next Geraldo.
Weekdays at 3 on KTVX Channel 4.
Hi, my name is Sabino, and I'm the owner of Color Time. Back with some special deals for our past customers. We'll match any old Color Time receipt with an equal amount of free time when you open a new account.
Hey, let's match our competitors' receipts.
Now, hold on a minute.
Like Rent-A-Center?
Oh, wait a minute.
Easy.
Hey.
How about Remco?
Wait. I'm losing control.
How about Action TV?
Action? No problem.
Call Color Time in Salt Lake at 966-4600 or now in Ogden at 393-3200.
What in this world can you get for $49.99? At America's Best, new patients get contact lenses or 2 pair of eyeglasses for $49.99, including the eye exam. America's Best contacts and eyeglasses. Daily wear soft contacts or 2 pair of eyeglasses, $49.99, including the eye exam. Offer ends Saturday.
We'll be back for the litigants' reactions to Judge Wapner's verdict right after these messages.
Yippee! We won! Mr. Keebler, look. It says Weedables beat Wheat Thins in taste test.
Really? I should have won.
Weedables are the greatest.
Elmer, please. Bragging is unbecoming an elf. Sure, we took whole wheat, added elf and seasonings for extra flavorful taste. And it's nice folks prefer the taste of Weedables over Wheat Thins. But where's your elfin modesty?
Sorry, sir. I got carried away.
2 to 1? Yahoo! Weedables are the greatest.
At Charter Summit, we understand the pain and frustration that comes when you or someone you love is addicted to alcohol or drugs. Everyone is affected. Husbands, wives, children, parents. That's why at Charter we have a family of professionals that work with family members. Alcoholism and drug addiction are chronic, progressive, and if not treated, can be fatal. We teach people the skills to live their lives free of addiction with dignity. If you don't get help at Charter Summit, please get help somewhere.
Judge Wapner finds for the defendants in this dispute, the plaintiff, Mr. McKinley, is just coming out of the courtroom. Mr. McKinley, how do you feel about the judges? I just said that he really found for the defendants. They're keeping the dog. You're getting $500. The question is, I guess you won, but do you feel you won?
Yeah, I feel like I won, and I feel like I'm entitled to my dog, and I want to take it a step further. I'm not through with it. I want my dog. I'm not concerned with the money. I had the dog for 4 years.
So what more can you do? You've come to court now. You've gotten a judgment, a money judgment. Can't get the dog. What other steps can you take?
Right now, I don't know whether I don't know whether the steps to take, but I'll see my lawyer and see whether the steps can be taken in support of my dog. I'm not through with it, so we'll take it a step further.
Thank you very much. Officer Burrell is waiting for you. Now the defendants, Medianos, are on their way out of the courtroom. Mr. Black, you can come on out, but you certainly have no more role in the case. I really want to